Becky. I am 39 years old. I've been coming to New Life Church now for 9 years. I'm married to Mike. We've been married for 16 years. We've got 2 children, Zoe, who is nearly 17, and Gabriel, who is 13. I also help with the homeless outreach here, which is called In Their Shoes, and my job is a teaching assistant in a school nearby. How am I? Well, I'm okay now. COVID's been a huge challenge for me because I suffer from health anxiety. So health anxiety and a pandemic don't really go very well together. So yeah, it's been a struggle, but I'm okay, I'm getting there. Got a lot of support. My favourite Bible verse is from Matthew 6:25, and it is, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life? And why do you worry about clothes? See how the flowers of the fields grow. They do not labour or spin. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendour was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, will he not much more clothe you, you of little faith? So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after all of these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." That is my favourite Bible verse because about 9 years ago I was really very poorly with health anxiety. I wasn't eating, I wasn't drinking, I was terrified every day, really scared, and I didn't know why. It was the first time I'd ever experienced it, and I was just completely lost. I was in a really dark, scary place. Anyway, one day I woke up and really felt the urge to go back to the church I got married in. So I was on the internet, was looking for the opening times of the church, and as I was doing that, on Messenger a message popped up inviting me to a family service here, and it was from a mutual friend. There was nothing on Facebook to say I was looking to go to church. There was nothing on Facebook to say I was suffering with anxiety or what was going on in my life. I'd stayed completely off social media. In fact, I'd stopped socialising altogether. So I got this invite and I came along to church, and people said hello but left me, to myself. I sat down, and then we were singing and worshipping, and it suddenly stopped, and a guy a couple of seats in front of me got up and read that verse, and I just broke down crying, completely felt it was for me, and the complete relief and the fear had just gone for those few minutes. So yeah, that's why it's one of my favourites. So a challenging time I faced was about 3 years ago. I had a health scare, was very real, and again I've got health anxiety, as I keep saying, but it took me straight back where I was 4 years previous, and the anxiety come back, the fear come back, and I was just left completely wondering why am I feeling like this again? Yes, there was obviously, the reason was there was something wrong with my health and it was being investigated, but part of me felt, well, why? I've got God in my life now, I've got faith, I go to church, why is this happening? Why is God doing this almost? And yeah, that was a real challenge and a lot of what if questions. So yeah, that was a really challenging time. So what I learned was to always put God first. I was at home questioning God. Why isn't it here? Why isn't he looking after me? Why is he doing this? And at the end of the day, God is the same today, tomorrow and always. God is where he always is. And just because I'm now a Christian doesn't mean I'm not going to face challenging times. You will face challenging times. We're human. Life is life and things will happen. But it's to me now to put God first. And I'd rather face these times with God by my side than alone. And it really sort of taught me that. So I think it needed to happen in a way for me to rethink and sort of think, no, God first in all situations. And there's a lovely verse from Philippians 6, and it says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." So to encourage others, I would say stand firm in your faith. Don't listen to what other people say about it, because a lot of people will try and discourage you. A lot of people will say, oh, you know, they don't believe what you're saying, and because they haven't experienced the things firsthand that you have, and I've experienced so much through my 9 years. You just must stand firm in your faith. Build your foundation strong with God. There's a lovely verse in my kitchen on my wall which reads, it's from Isaiah 41:10, and it reads, "Fear not, for I am with you." And every morning I look at that and I know that God is with me. So turn that fear into faith and stand strong.